What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Hero Zero. This is the Heroes for Hire podcast. We are back again talking one comic book character as we do every single week. We talk their good points and their bad points, and we just give you a bit of a rundown of everything to do with that character. Now, I'm joined as always by my best man, Mr. Shaun Mead. Shaun, how's it going?
I'm okay, Conor. I'm disappointed I have to hear another DC character, but look,
got me early. Got me early and hurt my feelings.
After he gave me such a nice intro as well.
My lovely best friend, Shaun. I actually did a peek behind the curtain. Tomorrow we are going suit shopping for your wedding, of which I'm a groomsman for it. Now look, I'm not causing any problems, but like, you were best man at my wedding, but now I'm only groomsman at your wedding, and we're not going to get into politics.
It's kind of, look,
I have a brother, but like, I hate him, so like.
You do have that right, and I'm sure that'll come up tomorrow, folks.
Oh, I'll tell him. but like, I introduced you as my best man, so now I introduce you as like my groom.
I'm not your groom, technically.
It leads on to so much questions.
Yeah. So, and joining me as always is the man I've groomed, Shaun.
The man I've groomed, who is now my husband. Wait, hang on.
Wait, what? It's fine, he's 18.
Yeah, but they're like, go back to the grooming part though. No, he's 18 now.
He's 18 now.
It's fine, lads.
Statute limitations, lads, it's fine.
Look, if this is your first episode, we're sorry. I mean, I can't say it gets any better. But look, every single week I talk DC characters, and Shaun, he talks Marvel characters, and we just kind of give you a bit of a rundown of everything to do with that character here on Hero Zero. This is the Heroes for Hire podcast. What I will say early on is just tell one human being that we exist.
Just the one, please. Every person, every single individual person.
Absolutely,
helps.
but only the one. Any more than one, and we're not going to be happy with you.
Yeah, and also, I've been looking at the numbers, folks. Throw a little follow there on Spotify or iTunes or whatever you're working
Shaun
with.
is saying this because, another peek behind the curtain for everyone, Spotify gave out to us.
They were like, lads, half the people that listen to you.
No, because we, and long-term listeners will tell you that for the last year and a half, we've had lots of fun by saying, give us 5 stars on Spotify before the winter or the summer solstice, okay?
Yes.
And we've got a shit ton of 5 stars reviews because that's good, right? And we were thinking, that's what it wants. Turns out Spotify's like, fuck your 5-star reviews. I don't need that. What you need is more people to follow as well.
You need a mob behind you, is what's going on here.
And so now we've had to change tact, and I want 5 million followers before the summer solstice.
Before February 22nd.
So look, it's time to get into some movie reviews, or not movie reviews I should say, some comic book reports.
Very good.
We did do a movie review on Monday. It was Irish Wish came out.
Irish Wish came out because it was Bridget's Day.
St. Bridget's Day was here in Ireland, yeah.
Thought we'd bring up the greatest character assassination to happen to St. Bridget.
I would say that movie's a hate crime, so please go back and listen to that review if you want. It's from over on our Patreon, which we also have. You can go over there. Extra movie reviews, extra content. Recently, for January, reviewed Ironman 2.
A movie that definitely exists.
It exists and sometimes holds up.
You remember the bits. You know the bits.
You remember the good bits. You don't need to tell us.
In between.
So this week, Shaun, I decided to do a little thing that I've been kind of doing a lot recently, and that is because we had a message in a few weeks ago saying that if someone liked our older reviews that we covered, like 60s and 70s comic book characters. Now, I take great joy in covering terrible comic book characters. It's my favourite thing to do, and I'm going to be talking about a character otherwise known as, Shaun, Brother Power the Geek.
Brother Power the Geek.
Brother Power the Geek.
I have no idea. It could be good guy, bad guy, like good character, geek. Bad character. So like a nerd, like
only appearing in 2 issues of his own series from
great
a strong run from October 1968 to December 1968. A very, very strong run.
Look, we hadn't landed on the moon yet, you know.
Have we? 69, you're right, Jeff.
69, nice.
That's no longer a thing. If it was the year before 68, now that would have been funny, Sean.
That's the new funny
That's
number.
the new thing. So over the years, there have been some strange superheroes that have adored the pages of DC Comics. I think we can all agree. We've covered quite a few of them here. Now, one of the coolest, however, has got to be Brother Power the Geek. Now, he was created in 1968 by Joe Simon, the co-creator, along with Jack Kirby, of Captain America. So,
interesting.
Pretty high level of bar there that you're kind of coming in at.
A lot of prestige behind whatever that man the Geek's name is.
Brother Power.
Brother Power, excuse me.
The conceptualization of Brother Power was heavily influenced by Mary Shelley's story of Frankenstein, even down to the reanimation by lightning. Joe Simon is quoted as saying he wanted to create some sort of wandering outcast philosopher. Right?
Some kind of Frankenstein's monster.
Some kind of free-vibing Frankenstein freak. Right? As a rival to the successful Silver Surfer character that Marvel Comics had created recently.
Right. So this character being like, what does it mean to exist kind of shit.
I will be honest with you, that's kind of it wasn't really a rival nor a competition.
2 months, you say?
like how I'm a rival of LeBron James in basketball. I suppose technically yes, if I play basketball, but there's levels.
Yeah, it's essentially a different sport at that point.
And obviously Silver Surfer had become a cult figure among college students at that time as well, so super cool. So they're trying to figure out, and Joe Simon's now over at DC, he's moved over from Marvel, and he's like, I've got just the thing. So according to Scott Shaw, comic book artist and historian, originally Brother Power the Geek was going to be called Brother Power the Freak, but DC Comics thought that the drug-related connotations would be negative under the strict guidelines of the Comic Code Authority that was running rampant at that time.
I'm not cool enough to know about late 60s drugs, but
yeah.
Is freak a drug?
We ask it, I wasn't alive either.
I know you've lived a different life before you met me.
I've had a very different... Yeah, we were all in the freak back then.
The freak drug versus freak.
Maybe it was like a slang term for drugs?
It means it's a heavy marijuana smoker. Is a freak.
Right, very good.
Like myself, Conor.
Peace out, my brothers. So Brother Power the Geek. That's my weed smoking talk. Brother Power the Geek, Pow to his friends, is a cloth tailor's dummy found in an abandoned tailors by a group of squatting hippies, Sean. So basically, if you want some roundabout way to kind of get into the story, is hippie powers running the rampant. It's the late 60s, right? We're all having a great time. Down with the man. Vietnam is obviously not going well. And everyone's
Make
like,
love,
peace.
not war.
Exactly. Peace and love, my brothers. So, hippies are big. And there's a weird... Huge. But there is also a weird thing in which DC is still ran by old men who wouldn't really agree with peace not war, my brothers.
Yeah, because the hippies aren't buying comics either.
And so you have a weird thing where Joe Simon comes up with this character, introduces him, and is like, this is a hero. But then the reason he gets cancelled is the DC editors at the time were like, no, hippies can't be cool. Or heroes, the bastards.
That's a weird, like, you know how like the villain can never, like, you can never win by shooting someone if you're a hero in the Comics Code Authority.
Yeah, basically.
It's like a late edition is like hippies can't be cool.
You can't also be here, like, you can't be a hippie and also cool, okay? So, and because the kids then, like, what the fuck? Go to Vietnam. Enlist, you bastards.
If they read this, they won't sign up to die. Or be drafted to die. That's a thing they did.
So, a group of hippies are squatting in a tailor's, right? And they're in the corner. There's a big dummy that's just, obviously you try things out there.
You're not in the corner.
Oh, I knew you were going to do that, right? But no. But there's a dummy over there that they're trying outfits on, okay? The group are hiding in there because they were attacked by a biker gang for simply being flower children. So, one of the group, Nick, puts his wet and bloody clothes on the dummy to dry out and to stop them shrinking. Fashion is everything. So
hippies care about maintaining their clothes.
The big wet wipes, right? So
they're largely oversized clothes. Very airy and flowy.
At this point, if it shrinks, it's normal sized. They all must have been just stoned at the time, as they forgot about the clothes and the dummy. So it laid there in the shop, next to the radiator through the summer, the fall, the winter. I know what you're thinking. Does anyone own that store? Shut up. It sat there, right? Just with the hippies' clothes on it. Then, a stormy night arrives, Sean, and a bolt of lightning strikes the radiator and passes through the pile of rags that is the forgotten dummy. It slowly convulses into life, just as the same biker gang who were originally there show up.
Let's make sure we got him a year ago.
So, the hippies are back. It's just coincidental that the hippies are on there that night. Okay?
Right. Like, this tailor shop was great the last time.
For some reason, they're squatting there non-stop, okay? Lightning strikes a radiator, which gives power and life to the dummy that is dressed like a hippie.
So they've done a hippie Frosty the Snowman kind of situation.
Very similar, or a Frankenstein kind of vibe.
Frankenstein.
If you're looking for that way. So, it slowly convulses into life, and the newly born Ting fights off the biker gang.
But he's like a mannequin. Like
yes.
He's all chops.
He's all chops and flops, right?
Yeah.
So he has superpowers, Sean. I know what you're thinking. How is he fighting off with chops and flops? But he has superpowers. Durability and strength, the ability to absorb electricity, and the power to take superhuman leaps.
Leaping was big back in the day.
Oh, they love a leap. They're
leap
not
as a
flying.
Power used.
Yeah, they don't fly,
no.
but they'll leap.
Yeah, just like the ability to just, like, real quick. They used to fucking love it. Because, you know why? Because that's easy to draw.
Yes. So, one of his hippie friends calls out, Brother Paul, that's power. Brother Power. And that's how he gets his name, Brother Power.
Sorry.
So, Brother Nick shouts to his friend, Brother Paul.
Yeah.
They're hippies, Sean.
Of course, Brother Conor.
This comic, it was weird because, it's taking the piss out of. It's basically being like, oh, these flower power fucking pansies, they're not cool, yeah. And they speak like hippies, and they just never go get a real job. So everyone speaks in a weird way that doesn't make any sense. So he says, Brother Paul, that's power. Looking at the mannequin, the dummy,
as in, like,
and he's like,
that's what power looks like.
And then he's like, Brother Power.
Brother Power, the geek.
After the faceless humanoid displays his super skills around New York City, his long-haired new pals, Nick and Paul, teach Brother Power how to speak their hippie language and how to play guitar. And then they also try and get him to attend elementary school, but he drops out.
You know, and then I'm assuming they teach him how to use a bong at one point.
Yeah. See, they can't show that, but they can say, oh, they're probably unemployed. Like, we can teach you how to have no future, they said to him.
Follow us and everything will work out. But then he's dropped out of elementary school.
Mm-hmm. So in the story shortly after his creation, a circus parade comes to town. And they're beautiful vibrations, baby. Lol, Brother Power. So the circus has beautiful vibrations, baby, as Nick describes it.
Oh, yeah. You ever seen a circus?
Beautiful vibrations, okay? But Brother Power, he's never seen a circus. He's a mannequin that's come to life. And he gets lulled into a false sense of security. He just goes into the circus. The performers kidnap him. Days later, the group of hippies discover a powerless Brother Power in the freak show. They have him tied to a wall, Sean.
So is he still, like, moving and shit? Or is he?
Not anymore. He's just
so they just have a mannequin tied to a wall.
Look at this weird freak show.
Look what we made.
After being found, and look, I know what you're thinking, Shaun. So he's lost his powers to move, right? He's been tied up. That must be the end of the story. There's no possible way that the 1,000,000-to-1 event of him getting hit with some sort of electricity would happen again.
Isn't there a phrase, though, that it doesn't happen twice?
Never heard that phrase.
What? Must have been invented after 68, I tell you.
That's a 69 phrase I've ever heard. So nice. after being found and brought back to life by an electric shock from a falling spotlight...
Okay, a little better.
They got a little more creative with the second one. Brother Power escapes from the circus because now he has the use of his arms and legs again. He was fixed up and he was given a face by one of the hippie gang girls named Cindy, who happened to be an expert seamstress. She gives him his Flower Power logo to identify him as their leader.
So he's just rolls through the ranks immediately.
If I'm Nick and Paul, I'm raging.
Do you know what he is? He's Paul from June.
Yeah.
Came in out of fucking nowhere and now is in charge of the whole cast.
And finally, a superhero for the hippie generation was fully formed.
I mean, so the only one that, like, you don't get, you know, the spacefaring, like, Green Lantern. You don't get the lone alien from Krypton. You don't get a man who dresses up like a bat. You get a mannequin that got electrocuted twice.
Yes.
And can leap.
And can leap and he's quite strong. Mm-hmm. And can also somewhat durable because he is a mannequin.
Were they trying to get the hippie vote with this, though?
I can't figure out if it's taking the piss or they're trying to, like, attract them.
Yeah, because it's definitely written by people who have seen hippies.
From the outside.
From the outside, but I don't think there was any consultants on this.
But then suddenly, Shaun, he leads the revolution, because now there's a revolution of hippiness going on, you know what I mean? And so he's deemed the leader of the revolution, and he decides that he wants to be a politician. With flower power, and he runs for Congress.
Congress?
Yes.
Right out of the gate. I mean, he to his perspective, he was like, I'm already the fucking leader of the flower power. So
I became leader of these the second hour I was here.
First Congress, then God.
Paul's a fucking wet wipe in the corner, fucking smoking weed. He's useless.
Execute Nick. Fuck it.
Get a job, Nick. Wait, hang on.
Yeah, because now is he becoming the
now he's the man. Surely if you go to Congress, you're the man.
Surely. Like, even with good intentions, you're going to end up playing the game.
Exactly.
At some point.
So, now, look, they realise I think their mistake, because that's issue 1, Shaun. He decides to run for Congress.
Right, okay.
Issue 2.
Yeah.
They're thinking, right, look, this is in for a long run. We're probably going to get 50, 60 issues out of this.
Start planning the annual, boys.
So his plans are thwarted by the same circus owners and the same biker gang again.
What? Did they have like a bunch of stencils for biker gangs and circuses?
I think they only had those two things, right? So
and they were just like, fuck it, throw them in.
So the psychedelic circus owner puts the police and the mongrels on Brother Power, right?
Right.
And then the biker gang attack him. And so he's like, so the circus owner hires the biker gang from earlier on. So there are only other 2 characters that we can remember. And the circus owner has hired the biker gang to attack this mannequin that has superpowers.
Okay. To what? To defeat them or to bring him back to the circus?
To kill him. A TV cameraman happens to film the geek stopping the biker's leader and exiting with his motorcycle looking super cool and rad.
He rides off on a motorcycle?
Yeah.
Oh, what a fucking dude.
The film footage winds up on the Huntley Brinkley Report, which is a then popular news show apparently. Finally, the police, the biker gang, and the National Guard chased the motorised Brother Power onto a bridge. Rather than be captured, he decides to jump into the water below. Nick is still there. And the end issue 1 with him leaping into the water, and then Nick saying, because obviously Brother Power, he's a misunderstood anti-hero now on the run. Okay, so we got to finish this issue off. This is fucking good stuff. Nick says, a hank of hair, a rag and a bone. He was hardly more than a dummy, yet he was almost the very most. What?
Jesus. Nick, whatever you're smoking. Listen, alright?
None of that came around in a full circle, Nick.
You didn't tie anything together. What you said was baffling.
It made it worse.
Made it worse.
I read the last line and I was like, Nick, that's not a tagline we need. I'm more confused.
We're trying to sell issues here, Nick.
So the second issue, Brother Power the Geek, was equally oddball, Sean. He's already ran away from the police. He's leapt into the water. How do we get him out of here? So issue 2 opens up. Fishermen pull his water-sodden body out of the water. And then a weirdo, that I can only describe as a weirdo, named the Berlin Baron. You can imagine what his beliefs are.
Zeppelins?
He doesn't like certain groups of people, does the Berlin Baron.
Ah. Oh. Oh, heavens.
Oh, heavens, no. Just when you think, how are they going to improve on issue 2? Nazis. They brought in Nazis because what's worse than a hippie?
A Nazi is worse than a hippie.
No, I know that, but I'm imagining the comic book writers, the old white men being like, look, hippies are fucking, they're terrible.
So hippies are greatest enemy at the minute. But if we look back a few years...
And someone is surely there's like a small voice like, they cannot be comparable. Surely.
Yeah, like the younger member of staff is just like...
That'd be like the old, it's like, millennials don't want to work. Same as Nazis. So, the Berlin Baron shows up in his Berlin airplane, and they take Brother Power. The geek takes care of the baddies and he gives his new friends his secret origin, right? So he fights off the Nazis. That's always a good start to any issue. And
do you think they were a little unsure about Brother Power as a character? So they were like, just immediately have him beat up a load of Nazis.
The only way to come back. To be fair, if Joe Simon, he created Captain America, that's his break glass in case of emergency. That's
true. It just so happened to land at the perfect time for Captain America.
This is in 1968. They help. So the fishermen that save him, they help Geek get a job at a supermarket where he meets a lady who suggests that he talk to her husband, J.P. Acme, who owns a missiles factory. Unknown to Brother Power, Acme has been acquired by a supervillain. So once they meet, the baddie sets his muscular stooges on him and the geek escapes.
Gee, I'd love to be a muscular stooge someday.
But Acme then make a geek chairman of the board.
How does he fall into success every time?
He's a mannequin.
It's a miracle he's alive.
But meanwhile, his hippie friends are protesting against Acme's war product, right? Even though he's now chairman of the fucking board of a missile factory.
Guys, I'm working from the inside. Please.
I'm in the inside. So Brother Power hires all of them to work on his assembly lines and they accept it.
Because they need money for drugs, probably.
When their space missile explodes.
They were bombing space.
No context there. I'm not even going to give it. That's the next page. Right?
Okay, that's fine.
He hires all his hippie friends. A space missile explodes that they built in the missile factory.
It explodes in the factory or it explodes in space?
Explodes in space.
Of course.
The ragged superhero becomes a wanted man and is chased by a governor who closely resembles Ronald Reagan.
Okay.
If you weren't getting the subtle hints, here we are now.
Interesting. Well, I mean, brother power has finally met his match, let me tell you. Through the course of decades, capitalism will defeat
I'll tell you something, they won't fucking trickle down to brother power, I'll tell you that now. Right. All is lost, we think. Ronald Reagan has shown up. Well, a governor who looks like Ronald Reagan. Sorry, I don't want to. Donald Fagan shows up, and he's like, "Brother, get power to Geek. You're under arrest for making that missile, and also you're chairman of the board of the missile factory, and also you're a hippie. You don't have any beliefs, you fucking bastard. Get in the fucking van." Right. All is lost until Berlin Baron, the Nazi from earlier on, who is now a hippie.
Okay. I'm still not cool with him, just so you know.
He's got a past. Right?
I don't think he doesn't get to just fly to Argentina.
He shows up and he breaks Brother Power out, and in a last ditch attempt fires Brother Power into outer space on a missile.
I mean, I guess because he's just a mannequin.
Yeah,
but it's wild that that's your like Hail Mary move.
So at the end of issue 1, he leaps from a bridge into water. At the end of issue 2, rocket to space.
And issue 2, the final issue.
Will we see the Geek again? It says.
Fuck no, said everyone.
Why should we kill off a good thing? Believe us, the Geek will touch down in good time for the next issue, but you'll never believe where. There was no next issue.
I want him to come back in comics today. And like just have this weird 60s mannequin walking around.
The comic was not particularly popular, with its weird mix of hippie culture parody, the comic biker gang, and the over-the-top villains, while covering issues from corporate corruption through to arms manufacturing and the space race, all in the space of 2 short issues. You think, is that too much? I think not enough. Keep throwing things in.
More plot lines, as we learned with Ironman 2.
Now he does come back, sorry, just to be clear, he come back in one annual of Swamp Thing written by Neil Gaiman in 1989, and then he comes back for an issue of Batman, the Brave and the Bold in 2010.
Okay, so this guy's still in comics. 2010 isn't that far along.
Yeah, but he comes back for one issue.
Yeah, true, and probably just as a bit.
But so Brother Power was not popular among the staff at DC Comics, and the internal politics brought an end to the series. It's claimed that Mort Weisinger, the editor of Superman, hated the hippie counterculture and thought that Simon was portraying the culture too sympathetically in the series. The fucking hippies, the bastards.
The hippies don't come across great in that series. Like from what you told
me. But he
me,
thought that was still too positive.
Still too soft on these fucking flower children.
It may also not have helped that in the second edition, someone made the choice to feature a Nazi-influenced street gang.
Yeah, no, that's a wild shout, honestly. And to have the head Nazi turn face at the end.
Plot twist. We need something to keep people coming back, Sean. That's what we do, okay? So, powers and abilities of Brother Power the Geek. A long forgotten hero who he gone too soon, if you ask me. Powers. He's not truly alive, but has a unique form of pseudo-life. Brother Power is actually a cloth dummy, filled with rags and supported by an internal wire framework. He's got energy absorption, electroblast, molecular reconstruction, size alteration, superhuman strength, superhuman durability, and object animation.
He can bring other things to life?
Yes.
Feels like that could have been useful in the missile factory.
would have been useful at any given other time.
Anytime. There's a lot of inanimate objects around, isn't there?
But my favourite part of all this is his abilities. And I think this is great. First one up, music. Because the lad's taught about to play guitar because he's a hippie. Right?
Of course.
Chemistry, right? Yes, chemistry. He
has that, you know?
I assume bongs.
I guess it could work.
Driving. He has enough skills to make stunts with a motorcycle, apparently. Charisma. Riddled with charisma is the lad.
He's literally a mannequin.
And last but not least, political science. Brother Power ran for office and got a sizable, if contained to a single area, amount of support.
That's such a weird throw-in at the end of issue 1.
For some reason, people are voting for this mannequin.
Fucking is better than the other candidates.
Fucking Donald Dagan, fucking dickhead.
What a dude.
What Brother Power the Geek, what a man.
I'll be honest, Conor. I'm glad he's not really around.
I'm glad he's dead.
I'm glad he's dead. Any word on the Baron? Is he still kicking?
I hope he's dead as well, but I don't know.
Fair. We can only assume.
Yeah, so I take Brother Power the Geek as a character I've wanted to do for a while, but because there's only 2 issues, there wasn't a lot to it, so I just had to basically tell you exactly what happens in the issues, because I've read them. And even after reading them, I was kind of more confused than I was at the start.
It's actually impacted my life for the worse, knowing it exists.
I was reading it like, I feel like they might have been on drugs writing this, which would be the ultimate irony.
Yeah, but they'd be on like a cocaine.
They'd be on like, and just shit is just happening. They're just like, what if he goes to fucking space?
Fucking write it down.
It's the bit in Father Ted when they're writing out My Lovely Horse with the cigarette.
Play the
just write the fucking thing. Just play the fucking note.
That's how most comics in the 60s and 70s got done, I think.
So that's Brother Power the Geek, Sean.
What a report. Would you like me to take us out, Conor?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Thank you everyone for listening to this episode of Hero or Zero. We will be back next Monday with an episode of the Heroes for Hire podcast, and next Friday with another episode of Hero or Zero. Big thank you to all of those legends on Patreon who support us. Patreon.com/Heroes for Hire podcast. If you want to help us out over there, you get the movie reviews and TV show reviews that we've done, and movie reviews every month. There is also Twitter at Heroes for Hire Pod. The 4 is the number 4. Blue Sky, which we're more active on, is Heroes for Hire podcast. Facebook is Detective Divilment's discussion group. Instagram is Heroes for Hire podcast. And the best way to ever help out the show is to tell one human being that we exist.
Just the one, please.
I think that's about it, Conor.
I think so. So I've been Conor Lawler.
I've been Shaun.
See y'all next week, guys.
Bye.